Before you call them friend, gotta prove them first. Is there really loyalty when you're at your worst? We need to hit her all like the wire. You're looking for some truth, I'll supply it. If you want it too soft, this ain't them. You gon' choose a law over sin. It's just some uncut gems. It's just some uncut gems.
We was diamonds in the dirt, just grinding in the turf. Our mama go berserk, trying to keep from riding in the hearse. Now we lions in the work, sons of Zion, we the church. Different color fringes is looking vibrant on my shirt. Until I'm lying in the dirt, I pray to be a fire hydrant with this word, like a geyser on the dirt.
What's going on, family? My bad. What's going on, family? Y'all doing all right? Y'all doing all right today? All praises, all praises. Y'all got any questions, comments, concerns? Come on. Hey, look. How about this? Can two nerds have a conversation? Can I show you my nerd badge? What's up? What's up? Yeah. How y'all doing today, man? All praises. Y'all got any questions about the information that you've heard so far? No, not at all? Well, then I gotta ask you before we dive into it, what's your favorite anime? Be real about it.
I think I'm gonna have to go with it. I'm gonna have to go with
Naruto? Oh, God. You know what? I can't be mad. Because Kishimoto is actually best friends with Oda. I can't be mad. What about you? What about you? That's actually a really good pick. That's a really good pick. I can't even be mad. See, at least she gave a valid answer. Not a generic Naruto one. Alright? But all praise. Of course, mine is One Piece.
You know, the big three.
I mean, the big three, yeah, but the best of the big three is, of course, One Piece. Let's just be real about it. The number one in manga sales, in order to have longevity, and as far as animation goes, you gotta have consistency, a fan base, and always have that money coming in. You can't take breaks like, who's got the 1,000 years crap award? Well, Bleach. Bleach.
I was mad.
You know what I'm saying? They had to take a long break just to get there. But One Piece has never stopped, right? But also, Oda, he actually did a whole bit, right? Where he actually gave each of the crews of the Straw Hats an actual ethnicity. Guess what Luffy's ethnicity was? Brazilian. He's Brazilian. It's why he has the open shirt and the flip-flops and the shorts and whatnot. That's his look, and the straw hat. So he's actually Brazilian, but guess what? Brazilians, like ethnic indigenous Brazilians, are actually of the, what was it, the tribe of Asher? It's the tribe of Asher. So Luffy himself is an Israelite. And look, we had to tell our people that they God's chosen people, and that soon they're going to be liberated from being oppressed here. What does Luffy do? He goes around, does what he wants. He just wants to eat and chill. But alternatively, he sets countries and peoples free from oppression. Our people are heavily oppressed in this place. And guess who's going to liberate us? The Most High God is going to send his son, who the world indeed calls Christ, to liberate us. So an Israelite's going to free his people, the Israelites, and then in the anime, you got an Israelite freeing other people. You see what I'm saying? And on top of that, which if you don't watch the anime, it's okay. Luffy's Gear 5, you know what I'm saying? It's Sun God Nika Joy Boy, which is a liberated factor. He's a god, right? Give me Psalms 82. I'm going to show you something. Have you ever been told that you're a god? What if I told you God called you a god? Well, you know that? Have you ever heard it read? You have?
Yes, from my dad.
Well, we're going to read it again, man. We're going to reinforce it. Go ahead.
Psalms 82 and 6. I have said, ye are gods.
What is this, brother?
Ye are gods.
Boy or girl? Boy? What is this, young man?
Ye are gods.
Read.
And all of you are children of the Most High.
We are the children of the Most High God, man. Right? Do you know if you go back to like a Haitian descent, Caribbean descent, just regular African American, you got some native in you? What's up? You from Judah? Okay, so you already know. Get the Most High hand. Get the Most High hand. Get the Most High hand. What about you, sis? Judah? Which this young one right here is also the tribe of Judah. Understand that, right? So you gotta be able to raise him up to make sure that he grows to be a powerful young man walking in the ways of the Lord, right? Give me it's either Romans 11 or 1 Corinthians 11, right? But give me 1 Kings 2, right? Because how old are you, brother? If you don't mind me asking. 17. You're a young man, right? So understand this. As a young man, especially as a young black man, right? Because even always, whether we had our dad in our lives or not, we've always been told, oh, you got to do this to be a man, you got to have this certain mentality, this, that, and the third. But no one actually sits down with us and really goes over what it's actually like to be a grown man. It's hard out here for us, man. It really is. We can't be open about how we feel majority of the time. We always got to keep it bottled up inside. We have the highest suicide rate. We have a target on our back just because we're so-called black people, right? And just because we're walking down the street, we're on our phone, a cop's gonna think it's a gun. We pressured out here, right? But we gotta know how to actually be a man of the Lord, right? Give me that. From the top.
1 Kings 2 from the top. Now the days of David drew nigh that he should die. And he charged Solomon his son, saying, I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man.
So this is King David talking to Solomon. He's telling him, I need you to be a man. Because he's about to die soon. I need you, like you a young man, I need you to be a man. He's going to tell him how to do that.
And keep the charge of the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments and his judgments and his testimonies, as it is written in the law of Moses, that thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest, and whithersoever thou turnest thyself.
So whatever you want, what do you want to do in life? Oh, of course. That's all that we want to do, of course. But I mean, like, you have like an idea of a career that you want to get into? Streaming? And look, I'm a streamer myself, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm still building my channel, but I'm still doing it, right? I reckon. What you streaming off of? Twitch? You got a YouTube channel? Okay, do both. What system? What program you use? How you Streamlabs?
Right now, I'm on PS1, but I'm going to mix up my
You say you doing what now?
I'm going to mix up with my schedule.
Okay. But as far as like what program are you going to run though? Because I'm using my PS4, but it's upgraded. I took out the HDD and I put in an SSD.
Right now, I'm using PS5.
PS5. So you need a capture card. I got an Elgato that I'm using, and I'm using a pretty old laptop. I ain't gonna hold you, but it's working for right now. I'm running Streamlabs OBS. You know, it holds both my Twitch data and it holds my YouTube data. You feel me? I'm making scenes and all types of stuff, right? You see what I'm saying? So it's possible to do, especially at your age. Hey man, look, by the time you get my age, your channel gonna be booming. They said mine's still going. I got like 14 followers on YouTube, 25 on Twitch. I'm halfway to being an affiliate. All right.
I'm trying to grow on Twitch right now. I got like 200.
Wait, followers?
Followers on YouTube. I got 250 on YouTube.
Okay. Hey man, look, once you get to 50 on Twitch, and depending if you're consistent with it, you can be an affiliate and get paid, man. But it's attainable though. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is, you gotta put the Most High God first. Right. When you start keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, you begin to prosper in all your ways. Read that again. And prosper in all thy ways.
That thou mayest prosper in all that thou doest, and whithersoever thou turnest thyself.
And to do that, you got to show yourself to be a man of God and keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. You eat pork? All praises. You eat shrimp, crab, lobster? Get the Most High hand. All praises to the Most High, right? All praises. Wait, is this mom? This is mom? Hey, mom, how you doing, mom? We doing pretty good. You raised up a fine young man right here. We trying to turn him to a man of God over here. Right. All praises to the Most High, right? You also got, at one point, you got to get yourself some fringes or some zits. That's what these are. These are zits and these are fringes. Do you know what they're for? Let's see if you know. I'm gonna test your biblical gangster right now.
We were just talking about this.
It's okay. You saying you don't remember? I'm gonna show you why you don't remember.
Right.
Watch this.
The book of Numbers, chapter 15, verse 38. Speaking to the children of Israel.
That's you. You're a child of Israel, read.
And bid them that they make them fringes in the borders of their garments throughout their generations, and that they put upon the fringe of the borders a ribbon of blue.
For what purpose?
And it shall be unto you for a fringe, that ye may look upon it
and do what?
And remember.
And what?
And remember.
And what?
And remember.
And what?
And remember all the commandments of the Lord.
Remember what?
All the commandments of the Lord.
To do what?
And do them.
Uh-huh.
And that ye seek not after your own heart and your own eyes,
Right.
after which ye used to go a whoring.
Meaning to go after other guys and not follow the Most High God's commandments. See, you're trying to remember what it was. If you would have had your fringes, you would have remembered. You feel me? But it's okay. When we was all first coming into this, that was one of the hardest things. We were like, man, hold on, wait, how do I get fringes? Who do I go to get these shirts at? How do I get these ZTs? That's what all of us are here for, man. Right? We all got brothers and sisters. You can find ZTs on Etsy. We got plenty of brothers and sisters that actually have their own business that make fringe shirts. Matter of fact, one of the best ones, you have your phone out? Promo. I'm giving you a promo. It's up to us to give the promo. Let me know when you got your internet up. I got you. Let me know when you got it up. You got it? All right, so you want to go to urbangorilla.com. That's URBNGRLA.com. Go there right now. Make sure you save it as your favorites. And you know what? This brother got clothes for men, women, children, and even infants.
It looks like she had the website saved on her phone already.
You see that? All praise to the Most High. All praises. Also on Instagram, you can go to Hebrew Israelite Clothing Co. That's actually a sister. That's actually one of our sisters. She makes shirts as well, but she also makes some fantastic ZTs. So if you don't got a shirt with fringes, you can order some ZTs. You can wear them on your day to day, right? So like I said, we get you plugged in, all right?
I was supposed to order some last week.
What happened? What happened, man?
Oh, no.
Hey, look, it happens though. When this walk first starts, it can be a little wobbly sometimes, right? But there is something that you ought to know. Give me Sirach 2. Start at 1, right? Because we can always tell you the good side of things, but I would be remiss if I didn't tell you the challenging side of things. Because this doesn't come without, I don't want to say consequences, but negative feedback. Some brothers got kicked out of their house. Some families got torn apart. All because they wanted to actually do what the Most High God told us to do and be what they're supposed to be, right? Instead of, being like how these people tell us to be. How they tell us it's okay to smoke, to hate each other, right? And promote all manner of wickedness. It comes with adversity that we're going to go through, but we're supposed to go through this. You got it?
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
To do what?
Prepare thy soul for temptation.
You got to prepare yourself, man. Because look, understand this. Satan, Hashatan, that's the Most High's hitman. Understand that. There's no confusion. He if the Most High say, hey, what's your name? What's your name, brother? Trayvon. Hey, go test Trayvon for me. Go see if he got what it takes. And you're gonna go through something. Just like how he did Job, he does all of us like that. But understand, you can do all. Whole Philippians 4. Whole Philippians 4, right? Understand that's supposed to happen. You're gonna go through some shit. It's gonna happen. But it's only gonna make you stronger. So do what? No. Stay where you at. You stay where you at.
Because verse 2, set thy heart aright and constantly endure.
You gotta constantly endure. Because guess what? A lot of people say, oh, I'm saved already. But Christ said, he that endured to the end, the same shall be saved. We close, but it ain't the end yet. We got a lot of stuff to endure. Some of us are gonna die. Some of us are gonna go through afflictions. Some of us are gonna see a lot of our loved ones die. Some of us are gonna see some marvelous, terrifying things happen. But then some of us are gonna be able to actually see the salvation of the Lord. Right? There's all things that we gotta endure through, and that's what's gonna make us better. Read.
And make not haste in time of trouble.
Whenever you get in a tight spot, it happens. When you're having a bad day, you're in a tight spot, whatever the case is, the first thing that you want to do is be angry and be erratic. It's a natural response. But we have to have wisdom to know, hold on, stop for a minute. I'm going through something right now. The Most High is doing one of two things. I'm either getting judged or I'm being tested. But you need to have a calm mind and just accept the whooping, man. Because I'm going to let you know right now, we don't deserve this information. We don't deserve the beautiful things that the Most High God has promised us. We don't. We've been nothing but evil towards him. So there's no reason that we deserve it. So when we go through the things we go through, take it with a grain of salt. Like, you know what? I messed up somewhere. I don't know what I did. Or if you know what you did, or you don't, you're like, you know what? I messed up. I'm going to take my L. Take my L like a man. It happens, right? Keep going.
Cleave unto him and depart not away.
That's when you really got to cleave to the Most High. You don't go nowhere because you won't be tested like, man, I can't do this, I can't do that. Man, pray. Pray to the Most High. He making you go through it. Everything that you do, when you having a good day, a bad day, like when this guy gets, if his wife decides to take the back of her shoe and beat him in the head with it, the Most High did that. Right? Understand that. And look, if it happened in public, look, oh, now they got to hold hands. Honey, you wouldn't hit me with a shoe, would you? Oh, no, dear. Shoes in her left hand. But everything good or bad happening, that's of the Most High. Right? So again, we got to take our L's with a grain of salt. Like, you know what? Endure. That's all we got to do is endure. Read.
Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
So when you endure and you cleave unto the Most High in your time of trouble, don't get mad, don't cuss him out, don't do none of that. Because I guarantee you deserve it in some form or fashion. Right? But you cleave onto him and you don't depart. You're like, you know what? Just like how Job was increased. When you read the end of Job, he was increased. He got what, 7-fold of everything that he lost? You gonna get what? We gonna get what, 10-fold of everything that we lose? Read.
Verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Take cheerfully. Most, just like this mom's, right? You ever got, she ever whoop your ass? You whoop his ass before, mom? Now watch this. Was it because she hates you? It's because she loves you, right? And she wants you to be a better version of what you were going to be, right? She doesn't want you to be like these palm-colored people whose children shoot up schools and whatnot, right? She wanted you to be better because she loved you. It's the same thing with us. That's why we went through the slavery that we went through, why we go through the terrible acts that we go through today. It's because the Most High loves us. He loves who he chastens. Just like how she whooped your ass, and we all got our asses whooped as kids. The Most High whoops our ass in a different way, man. How do you punish a whole nation? In slavery. Just like, have you ever heard, Mom? Have you ever said the words to him? Oh, you want to go act like these people? Then you go be like them. You said that to him, and guess what? Guess what we did as a nation? We wanted to be like every other nation. We wanted to worship their God, just like our people want to be like the white man today. We wanted to be just like them. You know what the Most High did? Oh, you want to be like them? You can go deal with them and see how that feels. And you know what happens? He got put into slavery by them, and we live a horrible time right now. But guess what? It's for our benefit to be better. Keep going.
And be patient when thou art changed to a low estate.
You gotta be patient. We always wanted an immediate exit out of a tight spot that we're in. You gotta be patient. You gotta take it with a grain of salt. You know what? I'm going through it. It's all good. It's all good. The Most High gonna get me through it. Let me keep doing what I'm doing. And the Most High gonna see me through it. And you gotta have that patience. Read.
For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity.
Are you familiar with how like metal is like turned into like weapons or turned into something? You familiar with it? They take an unrefined piece of, let's just use gold for example. They take an unrefined piece of gold, they stick it in the furnace, right? It gets red hot. They take it out, what do they do with it? They put it on the anvil and they beat it and try to shake it. And what comes off, you got the scale and the impurities that come off it. And then when that metal cools down, they put it back into that furnace. Heat it up again, take it out, and they beat it. And it's a continual process. That's how we're refined. We put through the fiery furnace of adversity. When we go through something bad, that's us in that furnace. Right? And then when it gets even worse, that's us getting beaten down and shaken up. And the process continues. And you know what the finished product is? The man of the Most High God. Right. That's the finished product. And that's what we got to aim to be. Finish that up.
For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. Verse 6. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. He that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest he fall.
See that? That's what we got to do in this time, man. You gonna go through some shit. I'm gonna keep it a bucket. You gonna go through some things. You gonna see some people betray you. You gonna see some people who you thought you was close with, you know, become distant or whatever the case is. You gonna go through some things. We all did. But guess what? We still here. We still out here telling our people out in this cold, when it's hot, when it's snowing, there might be a tornado, whatever the case is. We are here to tell our people the truth, because it's something that we ought to do, right? Get that in Philippians. Give me Ezekiel 3. How much? 4:13.
Philippians 4:13.
Whenever you get into a moment like, man, I don't know if I can do this. You start to doubt if you can continue. Keep this in mind.
I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me.
I need everybody to say this with power.
I can do all things through Christ which strengthens me.
Whenever you think you can't do something, understand that you can. Understand that, right? All praise to the Most High. Now, as well, because at one point, whether it be over here with us, you start your own faction, whatever it is, we have a job to do to come out here and tell our people who they are and to warn them from their ways. Otherwise, their blood is on our hands if we don't. Give me that.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word in my mouth and give them warning from me.
That's what we do. We are here to give warning to our people. Read.
Verse 18, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way.
Hey, are y'all brothers Latino? Hispanic? If y'all are, know that y'all are Israelites. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. The blood's off my hands.
To save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand.
We gotta tell our people this, man. Because if we don't, guess what? That's blood on our hands, man. We trying to get the blood off of our hands. We trying to be as innocent as possible. Keep going.
God. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way,
do a lot of our people that hear it, they keep it pushing, just like those two brothers did. Read.
He shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul.
See that? At first, you got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. But you still got to go do the work. You got what I need? Go ahead.
The book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 23. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges.
That's where we at right now. We out in the highway. The chief priest, give me that in Psalms. Was that Psalms 2? Wisdom cry without the chief priest of concourse? Psalms 2? Go ahead.
Go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in.
That's what we telling our people. We telling our people to come in. Come hear the word of the Most High God. Hear that you are God's chosen people. Hear that you are special. Hear that you need to keep the laws, statutes, commandments, and the faith of the world in your cause Christ so we can get the hell up out of here. Read.
That my house may be filled. For I say unto you, that none of those men which were bitten shall taste of my supper.
Well, that's all I wanted on that was 23. But that's what we're supposed to do, man. We're supposed to bid our people to this marriage. Because our people, hey, all you so-called black people across the street, know that y'all are Israelites. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. God loves y'all and only y'all, man. Understand that. We got to do our best to do it. Now, I will say this. There's always a time and a place. Because I remember when I first learned of this, I was trying to tell everybody. I called my dad. I talked to my little brother. I was going to my job. I was telling people, look, you got to be careful. There's a time and a place for everything, right? Right. So like I said, we go out, multiple times throughout the week. Of course, we do live classes as well. There's different ways to do it. Like I said, at one point, you got to be out here teaching. Like I said, it could be with us. You can start your own thing. Wherever the Lord leads you, make sure you're doing that work in truth and in sincerity. Right. All right? You got it? Watch this.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom cries without. She uttered her voice in the streets. She cried in the chief place of concord.
That's what this is, man. So when you see brothers out here doing this, that's that wisdom crying out. Our people do not like wisdom. Watch this. Hey, brother in the leopard, I thought you said you was going to come back after the coffee shop. What happened, bro? You see that? Hey, know you an Israelite. Repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Our people, majority of our people don't want this information, man. Is there more on that? Go ahead, finish.
In the openings of the gates in the city, she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
And guess what? Our people love simplicity. This is simplicity. That's all what this is. This is all decadence and simple living. You get a job, you work until you're 65, you retire, and then you get to enjoy life. Simple. That's how they put it to you. But it's really not so simple. We're not meant to work like that. We're not meant to do these things, man. They wouldn't have any of this if it wasn't for us, right? But before I continue, do you have any questions, comments, concerns? Not at all? All right. Now know this. One Piece is far better than Naruto. I'm keeping a buck with you. Just keep it a buck with you.
I'll agree with you.
See, look, get him outside here. Get him outside here. Don't get me wrong. Naruto is a great show. Boruto is straight trash. Okay, it is basura. It is fuego basura.
Yeah.
Fuego basura is what Boruto is, right? You see what I'm saying? But have you ever watched One Piece? What's episode you on? Okay, you in baby phases. I love those phases. I miss those phases. Don't get me wrong. Because there's a lot of good hidden jokes when you get later on in the series, like where I'm at.
So I watched up to where Ace had died, but then after Ace died, I stopped watching it.
Don't get me wrong. I turned it off for like 2 days and kept pushing. I'm trying to endure it to the end, okay? But hey, look, it's the best story that's ever been told. It quite literally is. That's why it's the best. It's the best, okay? Yu Yu Hakusho is better than Hunter x Hunter, and that's by the same creator. I'm gonna give you push-ups after this. But yeah, the family flyers? The family get flyers? We get the fan flyers? Y'all got flyers? Okay, all praises. We got flyers. All praises. Well, if y'all got any questions, feel free to ask them. I'm gonna pass it off to the next speaker, all right? And with that, I want to give Kol Halal, but now Yahweh, Baha Shema Mashiach, Balak Yahweh Shai, Shalom.
This is war on Amalek. First is the sword, then I'm Thor and the hammer's next. A fake Jew I can't respect. They get slapped with both hands like I'm Amadex.